So, I think I'm addicted to Warframe again, and honestly, I didn't realize it at first. I thought I was just casually checking out the game again after taking a pretty long break. Thought I was doing you a solid by farming and educating the youth. Maybe do a few missions, maybe unlock a new frame, maybe see what's changed, normal people stuff. Turns out, I was completely wrong. Before we start, I was thinking about the name for this entire series, and after spending way too much time on it, I think I found the perfect one. Warframe Returning Player Experience, or WRPE for short. Now, I don't want any of you embarrassing yourselves in front of your friends, cousins, co-workers, girlfriends, boyfriends, pets, or whoever else you got in your life, so repeat after me. This is how we are gonna pronounce it. WRPE. I know you didn't say it, let's do it again. WRPE. Alright, whatever. Now this is the episode 0, the starting point, the point where I realize I might have a problem, and that problem is Warframe. About the thumbnail, yes, that is me. I don't have the camera yet, so I had to improvise. If this channel ever starts actually making money, I promise I'll buy one. Although, to be honest, you're not missing much, unless you really wanted to see a beer belly, overgrown beard, and a large bags under the eyes because of the Entrati Obols drop rate. If you don't know what those are, you're in the right place, my friend. Because somewhere between opening relics, getting absolutely destroyed in Steel Path, and spending half my day on the wiki trying to understand what the hell an Incarnon is, I accidentally became a Warframe player again. And I think I finally realized it yesterday. Not when I was spending the entire day grinding, not when I stayed up way too late, not when I opened the game for 30 minutes and suddenly it was dark outside, no. I realized when I ordered food, because let's be honest, who has time to cook when you have a relic to open? So I order food, the delivery guy arrives, rings the bell, I hear him, but I can't go. No, not because I don't want my food, not because I'm busy with something actually important with my life, no. I'm in the middle of an extremely important alchemy mission, and if you've played Alchemy, you already know where this is going. So the objective is almost done, there was absolutely no chance I was leaving. The delivery guy rings again and again, and at this point I'm pretty sure he's about 10 seconds away from taking my food and leaving. Meanwhile, I'm sitting here thinking, brother, I promise I want the food, but I'm not doing this one again. Eventually, I finish the objective, sprint to the door and catch him at the last possible second. A successful extraction, mission complete, food secured. Then I proceed to eat it about 45 minutes later, when my stomach actually started making noises that sound like Styanax Ultimate. And that is when it hit me. Yep, I'm back. I'm completely back. For you who don't know anything about me, I recently returned to Warframe after years away from the game, and my return has been, interesting. Because in my head I was still pretty strong. Then I entered Steel Path. Steel Path politely informed me that I was not. My old builds that used to destroy everything suddenly felt like they belonged in a museum. My Kuva Brahma wasn't deleting entire rooms anymore, enemies were refusing to die. And I was the one getting deleted instead. So naturally I did what every returning player does. I started collecting things. First up was Revenant, and honestly, I completely understand the hype now. Apparently becoming immortal is quite useful. Oh, and I don't even have an Archon reactor on this bad boy. Since Revenant Prime is currently vaulted, I bought the last 2 parts I was missing, finally got him building. Time to wait a couple of days and completely forget about him. Then somehow I discovered I had Caliban Prime in my foundry, waiting to be crafted. I genuinely have no memory of farming him. Past me apparently planned ahead, so thank you Past me, very cool. Then came probably my biggest upgrade so far, Nataruk. I had him already, but a couple of galvanized mods, a few forma, some resources, and a little bit of suffering, and suddenly the Steel Path actually started feeling possible. Not easy, but possible, which is a huge improvement over getting folded like a lawn chair every mission. I also farmed Dante. And honestly, the farm wasn't nearly as bad as I expected. The hardest part wasn't the mission itself, the hardest part was convincing a random teammates that more than one round existed. Every round felt like, round 1 complete, host migration, good luck, enjoy your solo experience. But eventually I got him. Now I'm sitting here with Revenant, Dante, Caliban and a much stronger Nataruk and about 15 different systems that didn't exist when I last played. And that's where things get interesting, because I genuinely have no idea what half of this stuff is, and every time I think I finally caught up, the game introduces 3 more systems I've never heard of. Warframe somehow managed to become even more Warframe than before, and honestly, it's kind of exciting, because the first time in years I get to experience this game as a confused player again. Which brings me to this series. This is basically episode 0, the intro, the point where I realized I might have a slight addiction problem, but after this video I want to actually go through everything that was added while we were gone, properly, one thing at a time. I'm planning to make videos covering all the major additions to the game, so Warframe 1999, Duviri, Incarnons, Archon Shards, Netracells, Deep Archimedea, the new companion system, the new endgame, strongest weapons, strongest frame, everything. Not from the perspective of a veteran who has been playing every day for 10 years, but from the perspective of someone who left, came back and got humbled immediately and is trying to understand what the hell is happening. So, if you are a returning player too, I hope this series helps. If you're already a veteran, feel free to laugh at me while I slowly discover things that everyone else has known for years. For the best part, if a topic doesn't interest you, you just skip that episode, watch the stuff you care about, ignore the rest. We'll figure out this mess together, because right now I'm still confused. I'm still getting destroyed occasionally, and I still don't understand half the systems in this game. For the first time in a long time, I'm having an absurd amount of fun, and that, if that sounds interesting, stick around. And now, if you'll excuse me, I have a Galvanized mods to farm.